Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.
Hello, I'm Lori Steiner. Merry Christmas Eve and welcome to Golden Opportunities.
Today, could taking supplements help your health? We'll explore if this is a healthy option. Then, you have a new job title, caregiver, and you need help. We'll offer an answer to your SOS. Greet the new year with a smile. We'll resolve to help you. Plus, is it time to let nature take its course? We'll determine if a dam needs to be torn down. And you don't want a stranger ending up as your guardian. We'll tell you how to guard against it.
It's time to get GOing, so pull up a chair and join us at our kitchen table for Golden Opportunities. Certain supplements have a bevy of benefits for your health, especially if you've reached or passed your fabulous 50s. Christine Kaiser has joined us in the UH Broadcast Center to identify a few of these healthy options. Christine is a lead licensed acupuncturist and Chinese herbalist at University Hospital's Connor Integrative Health Network. So welcome to our show.
Thanks for having me.
We can find supplements just lining the shelves at drugstores and grocery stores. Are they all created equal?
Unfortunately, the quality is not equal in all supplements, and part of the reason is the Food and Drug Administration does not regulate supplements before they hit the market. So it is a buyer beware market. You want to do your research and make sure you're choosing companies that have third-party testing. And at UH, Connor Integrative Health Network, we have providers there that have vetted all of our supplements and are choosing ones that do meet that criteria.
Okay, I mean, you're working with the patients and their doctors too to make sure everything works together, right?
Absolutely. We're definitely integrative, and we're on the electronic medical records, so all of the doctors see our notes and we see theirs, and we make it a point to work in conjunction with providers and patients.
All right, so we're going to talk about some particular supplements, starting with multivitamins.
Yeah, a multivitamin is a great place to start with a daily supplement that you want to take. Most of us, unfortunately, don't get all of the nutrients that we would like to get from our food because of maybe convenience foods or farming
Eating in a car.
Exactly, on the run. So you can think of it like an insurance policy when you take a multivitamin, that you're going to get all the nutrients that might be missing from those quick foods that we're eating.
All right, so the next supplement on the list is omega-3 fatty acids.
That's another great one. It is a known anti-inflammatory, and now a lot of research is pointing to inflammation being connected to heart disease, cancer, autoimmune disease, pain. And so taking an omega-3 fatty acid, which is often from a small, fatty, cold water fish like sardines or anchovies, can really help your body alleviate pain or prevent disease because of the anti-inflammatory effects.
And turmeric is another anti-inflammatory supplement, but I thought that was just a spice.
You're right, it is a spice. It's really good in food. In fact, my kids love to make a drink called golden milk, where we, instead of putting chocolate in for hot chocolate, we put turmeric in, and it tastes delicious. But it can also be found in a pill form, and turmeric is also a great anti-inflammatory, and people use it often for joint pain as well. And you want to find a supplement, again, that is a high quality, because it's a little bit difficult for your body to use if you're not taking it in the right form.
Okay, and the next is vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin.
Right, vitamin D is now often part of your blood panel that you get at an annual visit. And up here in Northeast Ohio, we have a hard time getting enough sunshine all year round to have adequate vitamin D levels. So it's a good idea to get your levels tested with your doctor, and a typical dosage is about 1,000 to 2,000 international units per day.
And finally, probiotics.
Probiotics, very important. We're doing a lot of research now on our gut microbiome, which is where all the bacteria live, and they help us in a variety of ways. We found that the healthiest people have the most variety of bacteria. So taking a probiotic supplement that has a lot of different strains in it of bacteria and 10 to 20 billion colony-forming units.
Oh my goodness.
Per pill is a great way to get that variety in your gut.
All right, great information for us today.
Thank you.
Especially as we age, supplements such as the ones Christine mentioned can add to our overall health. To learn more, use the information that's coming up next. My thanks to Christine for supplementing our understanding of supplements today.
Learn more by calling the Center for Lifelong Health at University Hospitals at 1-844-312-LIFE. That's 5433. Or visit their website, www.uhhospitals.org/lifelonghealth. Next, there is help out there. But first, on Christmas Eve in Iceland, they celebrate the end of Jólabókaflóð. Can you read between the lines and translate this tradition? We'll share the end of this story when we return.
Right now, the trusted experts of University Hospital's Seidman Cancer Center and the most advanced cancer-fighting technologies are in 17 community locations. That's leading-edge care, where you're most comfortable. That's UH Seidman Cancer Center. Right now, proton therapy, a revolutionary treatment for many types of cancer, is available for the first time in Ohio, and only at University Hospital's Seidman Cancer Center. That's the future of cancer care. That's UH Seidman Cancer Center.
Iceland publishes more books per capita than any other country, and most are published during the Christmas season. That's why this time is called Jólabókaflóð, or Christmas Book Flood. It wraps up with exchanging books on Christmas Eve, and then everyone spends the night reading in bed while eating chocolate. Now that's a Merry Christmas.
Your mom has health issues, or your dad is beginning to show signs of dementia, and just like that, you're a caregiver. But you don't really feel ready for this role. Crystal Wallace is here with help. Crystal is a licensed social worker and the founder of SOS Caregiver Resources Services. So welcome to our show.
Thank you.
SOS is really true. Caregivers need help.
Absolutely. Caregivers do need help. You find yourself in this situation and they really can't do it alone. And in our case, SOS means System of Support. So we do have a support system that we have for caregivers who are out there looking for some help.
Floundering in many cases.
Yes.
So what's available to them to provide support?
Well, there are so many resources in the community, but it's really difficult to find them all. Just what's available out there, it's not just, black and white, it's just not known. It's important to understand, though, the particular situation of each caregiver, because truly it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. Everyone is unique, every situation is unique, and it could be dementia, you could be caring for someone who is out of the hospital, it could be a special needs child, but we work with the unique situation to be able to find the support that's needed.
All right, and you understand this caregiver position personally, correct?
I do. My sister and I cared for our parents when they had cancer, and we were also co-caregivers with our parents for a brother who had Down syndrome. So I know that the stresses are challenging, and being a caregiver firsthand, it helps me to understand the situation a lot more. Plus, I work with seniors with dementia. And most of my career, and I understand that families, they have so many issues just trying to navigate the system, trying to understand, trying to find help, trying to even realize that there was help out there. So from this, I really gained a passion and compassion for the situation for caregivers.
Okay, so you understand that caregivers need help and to find these resources out there, but the caregivers themselves need help too, right?
Absolutely. The caregivers need help. There are support groups. Support groups are especially important because when you come to a support group, you find other people that have the same or similar situation as you do. Even though yours is unique, someone is having the same stresses and the same challenges. So you share and you find out how they cope. Another way is stress is such a huge factor. So we offer a stress workshop. It's a 9-week workshop, and it's 90 minutes each session. And each session discusses a particular topic, and at the end of the topic, we go through a stress management technique. So this is something that the caregivers can use and take away with them. And then they can do this at home. For instance, one session might focus on stress in the body and how it affects the body, the mind, and the soul. Then we might have a technique that would be mindfulness or even art therapy. Another situation would be challenging behaviors of the person that you're caring for. And so in the beginning, we ask for particular information so that we can customize this to each one of the participants. And then we talk about how that would work and discuss how we can handle those challenging behaviors. Another thing is when caregivers have to take their loved one to a facility, it's so hard to understand what's going on. There's so many unknowns. There's a language all in its own in the care facilities.
Absolutely. So
we kind of help navigate that system for them.
all right. Well, caregivers need so much help. This sounds like
They
a
do.
fantastic service for them. Providing access to resources, personal support, and education, and a helping hand. All of these are good for your loved one and good for you, the caregiver. Because taking care of yourself means you can take better care of them. For help, use the information that's coming up next. My thanks to Crystal for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Find out more by calling SOS Caregiver Resources Services at 216-325-7713 or log on to www.soscrs.org. Next, new year, new smile. Looking for places to go, things to do? Welcome to our community calendar. Welcome 2018 with music and merriment, courtesy of the Cleveland Pops Orchestra at Severance Hall. This New Year's Eve celebration commences with a concert, then continues with a packed party, dancing, and 2 live bands. To note the details, call 216-231-7421 or click to www.clevelandpops.com.
Those are some great ones.
2018 is only about a week away. Will you smile brighter in the new year? Dentist Steve Marsh has resolved to help you say yes. He's here with small and big ways to help you begin to grin again. So hey, Steve.
Hi, Lori. Thanks for having me.
Now, visiting the dentist is probably not on most people's list of resolutions for the new year.
No, but it should be on so many levels, not just a good smile and that, but we know now so much about nutrition and teeth and health. And we also know that periodontally, in terms of the gums and bone, it's so important to take care of the teeth. So it should be on it if it isn't. A lot of patients, though, in our generation and older, had bad experiences as young people. Many people say, my dentist didn't believe in Novocaine. And I'm like, what? What does that mean? So they've had bad experience, so they hesitate. But I think this is the way dentistry has progressed over the years. I think this is a wonderful time to make it a New Year's resolution to take care of your teeth.
So how do you deal with a patient who might be just a bit petrified?
Well, most of them come in and we sit down around a table to hear what their story is, because if it's a story, you can empathize with the patient. And so I want to hear about it. Maybe they had bad experiences and we want to show them that we can do things in a nice, kind way. And we start small, we don't start big. So we have some pictures of patients we've started with to show you exactly what can be done.
All right.
So here's a woman who came in with that same sort of situation. You can see in the back teeth, she had lots of silver fillings. She hadn't been to the dentist years, actually ran into 2 of my patients at a party and said she loved their teeth. And so we ended up first starting in the back with those old silver fillings. We removed them, we removed the decay, we rebuilt them with some composite, and then later came back with some crowns in the back, and those are veneers in the front. This is how she presented. And you see a lot of people in our generation, they smile. That's black or darkness from silver fillings. So silver fillings last a long time, but they stain the teeth. And that was one of the places. So we started with the back teeth. And I said we moved on to the front. There's her before and after. So we established health first in a kind way. She began to trust us more and more and found out things can be done painlessly. And then we ended up doing porcelain veneers to give her the smile that she's wanted for all these years.
So you can start small or go big. Like
Or
this one
big.
looks like it was a little bit bigger project.
It was, and she was somebody who was exactly our age and a friend, and she had tetracycline staining. Sometimes you see that. So it means that when her mother was pregnant with her or when she was very young, they gave her this antibiotic tetracycline, and it really caused those teeth to darken, and you can see the teeth have shifted. Her daughter was getting married, and she said, you know, it's time for me to get my teeth fixed. And her father happens to be a physician and knew about us and was a friend of mine and sent her over. And we did that with porcelain veneers and some whitening. What, you're shaking your head because it's
amazing.
It's amazing. And that's how she felt when we were done. Another thing, so when people avoided the dentist, this patient lost a lot of front teeth from, again, gum or bone disease, what we call periodontal disease. So he wanted to replace those missing teeth both in the front and in the back. He wanted it done easily. He said, I have about a month, I have this much money. So this is a partial, and again, partials go in and out. We replace the back and the front. Today, it's done with a material called Flexide. It's flexible, it's light, and most importantly, Lori, for him, no metal to show. So he couldn't believe the before and after replacing all those teeth. And here's somebody who started very hesitantly, had a job with the Federal Service, and said, I've worn my teeth down. He was only 40.
Oh my goodness.
He was just in this month. We started on the upper teeth. We did some gum recontouring. We did porcelain veneers. But again, starting with that upper, now he's really confident. He's proud of what he's achieved so far. And now he wants to go on to the lowers. And that's going to be his resolution as we move on to this next year.
So he's going to keep on coming, huh?
Right. But again, we start small. We do what the patient wants, not necessarily what I want. But we will lead them and guide them, and we make a road, if you will, a map of possible treatment, starting small, moving forward, gaining their trust, and then most of them come back like he did for many, many years, and it's so gratifying for us.
Absolutely. Resolve to smile in 2018. It'll make for a happier new year. And for help, give Steve a call. His number's next.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, a damn shame. It's time to get up and go, an exercise segment on golden opportunities.
Hello everybody, it's Mike Carbon from Breakout Fitness, and today we're going to show you how to do a basic body squat using our exercise bands. You ready to go?
Let's squat.
Let's do it. All right, we're going to start by standing on the center of the band. We want to make sure the band's even between both feet. All we're going to do here is we have a chair behind us just to kind of give us a guideline of how low we're going. So we're going to go ahead, squat down till our backside touches the chair, and then simply stand up. The resistance of the band is going to make it a little harder and help you work on them legs. How you feeling?
Oh, feels good.
Excellent. Now we're looking for 12 to 15 repetitions here and at least 2 to 3 sets to build your legs. Doing good.
All right.
All right. All right, everybody. Now it's your turn to get up and go. Perfect.
For your copy of the exercise booklet, send $1 for postage to Golden Opportunities, 6105 Parkland Boulevard, Suite 140, Mayfield Heights, Ohio, 44124.
We think of dams as holding back possible floodwater, helping to generate energy, and as picture-worthy sightseeing adventures. But many dams are now damaging water wildlife and need to come down. Elaine Marsh is here to explain. Elaine is a watershed specialist for the Summit Metro Parks, so welcome to the show.
Thank you, Lori.
Now, the one dam that you're focused on is the Gorge Dam in the Gorge Metro Park.
Correct.
Do dams have to come down very often?
Well, it depends. So dams are obviously built for a reason, and this particular dam was built in the early 1900s in order to produce hydroelectric power and provide cooling water for a coal-fired power plant. Those uses are no longer functional, so the dam is essentially a relic. Dams are temporary features on the river, and over time, they are going to need repair or removal for safety reasons because the water is pushing against them. And regardless of the benefits that they provide, they have serious negative impacts on water quality.
Okay, I didn't realize they were temporary, but what do you mean by the negative impacts?
Well, so a dam is an unnatural barrier on the river, and as such, it obstructs many chemical and biological factors that are important for the aquatic wildlife there. For example, it stops passage of fish. In addition, it lowers water quality in many ways. It lowers dissolved oxygen, modifies flow, prevents sediment transport, and overall just lowers the quality of habitat and food chain that would be needed for the fish that should be living there.
And the Ohio EPA did a study, correct?
Yes, they did. And what they found, they did a study of the Middle Cuyahoga River. And this study clearly said it was the dams that were the cause of that section of the river not meeting the fishable standards of the Clean Water Act.
Oh dear. So I guess it's simple. You just tear the dam down, right?
Well, it sounds simple, but the process is not. I mean, you don't just get up one morning and say, I'm going to tear a dam down. There are a lot of studies that take years to look at. They have to look at the historical valuation, the biology, the hydrology, and also there are permits that have to be got, stakeholder groups have to be formed, and you have to figure out where you're going to get the money.
So it just doesn't mean the state's going to say, here's some money, go tear it down.
Oh no, you have to demonstrate both the purpose, the benefit, and whether or not there will be other unknown impacts.
Okay. So, but people come to love dams, I would think sometimes. It's part of the nature at that point. So how do everybody deal with these things?
Well, it's true. People are used to what they know. But what we've experienced on the Cuyahoga is that it has also led to community renewal. For example, in the city of Kent in 2005, we modified that dam in order to create a free-flowing river, but it had many other benefits. It was an international award-winning project which actually set the tone for the city's beautification and economic efforts. And that's the experience we had with 3 other projects where we saw immediate benefits. We restored those all-important aquatic life benefits and water quality, but in addition, there were a tremendous increase in public use of both the river and the parks and the lands along the river. You know, in these projects, we've actually had trails stretched to meet each other. And the communities themselves, I think this is the most important thing, they begin to look at their waterfront as a tremendous benefit for quality of life that will help them attract citizens, tourists, and business.
Good for everything. Tearing down a dam returns an area to its original historic state. Plus, it also makes history by improving water quality and creating new nature opportunities. To find out more about reversing the damage of dams, use the information that's coming up next. My thanks to Elaine Marsh for sharing a river of free-flowing fun facts.
Thank you so much.
Learn more by calling Summit Metro Parks at 330-867-5511 or click to www.summitmetroparks.org. Next, who grants guardianship?
Hilltop Village Apartments is retirement living at its best. Residents enjoy a wide variety of activities and living services with all large first-floor apartments, private screened-in patios with beautiful park views, daily dining room meals, free laundry facilities, 24-hour staff, and so much more. Enjoy safe, comfortable independence at a very affordable price. Call today for a tour and learn how you can get your first month's rent free. Hilltop Village Apartments, retirement living at its best.
What if you have a medical emergency and are unconscious or no longer competent? If you don't have your legal affairs in order, then you might have to have the court appoint a guardian to handle all of your affairs, and that person might be a complete stranger. Now, as a practical matter, many times if you're in the hospital, the doctor will talk to your spouse and let your spouse make those decisions. However, let's use another example. Let's say you're widowed or single and you have a medical emergency. Who can handle your medical decisions? A close friend or a relative can't just rush over to the hospital to take charge. They're going to have to be appointed as your guardian. And that takes time and money and lots of paperwork. And in the meantime, the hospital is going to have to make your decisions for you. To solve that potential problem, Ohio law provides for a health care power of attorney. Now, under this document, you give one or more people authority to handle your medical affairs if you can't handle them on your own anymore. Typically, we do use the pre-printed form. It's got the seal of approval of many Ohio medical associations and the Ohio State Bar Association. By using that form, the doctors are then familiar with the document and are more easily able to just accept who you've named. Many people think of this form only for pulling the plug, but it's much more than that. It gives the power holder the right to look at your medical issues and make decisions for you if you're unable to make those decisions for yourself. Then this can avoid the need for a guardian to be appointed to make your medical decisions. So that takes care of medical issues, but who handles your finances? Putting the person on your bank account may help, but it won't necessarily work for a lot of your assets, things like IRAs, annuities, or real estate. For that, you need to have a durable financial power of attorney, giving someone the right to make financial decisions for you if you are unable to make them for yourself. Also, you need a power of attorney to give someone the authority to pay your bills, file your tax returns, liquidate assets, spend the money for you, or maybe even give away your assets in order to qualify for government benefits. If you don't have that document, you will need to have a guardian appointed, and that involves the probate court, time, money, and again, a significant amount of paperwork. And remember, the guardian in some situations might be a stranger who will have complete control over your finances, subject to the probate court overview. You should consider documents such as a healthcare power of attorney and a durable financial power of attorney, so that if you're unable to handle your affairs, you can choose who will handle them and avoid the need for a guardianship. For help, please use the information that's coming up next.
Call Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.ssnplaw.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, Getting Older, Get Active. We resolve to help you. Then, you want your health to benefit future generations. We'll teach you how to transfer it. And we'll uncover the extraordinary art of the Jazz Age. But until then, please, remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
If you'd like to join our kitchen conversation, visit our website, www.goldenopportunities.tv. Like us on Facebook. Call us at 440-742-GO-TV or email us at kitchen@goldenopportunities.tv. We'd love to hear from you.
Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.